Okay, we'll get the case here. So the National Sports Card Convention, Willie Mays, is held every year. I think, guys come out, they set up booths. There's cards and different memorabilia everywhere. They have it, I think, in Atlantic City, Chicago sometimes, Cleveland. It changes every year. But a lot of fun. Panini's out there, Upper Deck's out there. Brian's always out there breaking, during the event, and always a lot of fun. So I think it's like a 4 or 5 day event. Really cool. You should go to it. I think Brian, last year hosted a taco party for people from the site to come, and a lot of gifts and giveaways and all kinds of stuff. It's a lot of fun. And this year, coming up here, I think the last week of July or first week of August, something like that. But it's going to be in Chicago this year. So yeah, anybody who can make it out, I highly, highly recommend it. So let's go ahead and start busting into this. Contenders, again, looking for a Baker Mayfield. So triple box break, number 1. 2018 Contenders NFL Football. There's Charlie 122, Cal 55, Bruins Fight Club, M. Keener, WMDC, Frankie P, Mike Carr, Brainchild, Tin Cup, Jamie R, Charlie, Long, Dylan, Tin Cup, Paul B, RC Club, Julio, A. Miller Go Home, or Go Blue, Andrew B, Ice Pick, Bruins Fight Club, Tin Cup, Iceman, Broncos, Bruins Fight Club, Iceman, once again, Floyd Town, Jamie R, Bruins Fight Club, Evan, Broncos 76, and SPW 95. All right, so yeah, we'll pop out 3 boxes here out of Contenders. So yeah, looking at eBay before, or knowing I was gonna be busting open some Contenders. We looked at a Baker Mayfield cracked ice. So non-graded was like $7,500, and then graded cracked ice to 10 was $20,000, which is ridiculous. Let's see. We'll do we'll do the top ones. We'll grab this. Put these down here. All right. So, this is the first break of 3 for Contenders. And we'll go ahead and get started. Ran through the roster. And good luck to everybody. Let's see what we can do. Whoa. Start ripping and tearing here. We got some work to do. Let's see. Saquon wouldn't be bad either. I didn't look him up specifically, but pulling a little Saquon out of here wouldn't be bad. Rosen, Allen, I'll take any of them. I don't think Brian's got Noir on the list for tonight, but hopefully sometime soon. That has been an awesome product so far. So there's a Sam Hubbard going over to the Bengals. To start her off. So who's got the Bengals? That's Bruins Fight Club. How do they determine 20,000? Like, how do they know it's... Yeah, good question. Good question. Don't know. But I wouldn't mind getting one, that's for sure. So how about a Sony Michel rookie ticket RPS going over to the Pats, WMDC. Nice Sony Michel. He'll be tearing it up this year, I'm sure. for anybody who doesn't know, I'm a Georgia Bulldogs fan, so I loved Sony back at Georgia, and was so aggravated in that national championship game when it seemed like Nick Chubb, who I love as well, just couldn't get anything going, but they just kept giving Chubb the ball, and anytime they'd give Michelle the ball, he'd rip off these runs, and I just didn't understand why we weren't just feeding Sony the ball. Oh gosh, this scares me every time. It scares me in a good way, thinking it's Tom Brady. They're Danny Etling over to the Patriots. So another Patriots hit, WMDC. But man, that one looks like Brady every time I see the back of it. All right, let's see. Give us something to talk about here. Now we got a Richard Sherman playoff ticket, so that's numbered 175. So going over to the 49ers, that's Dylan S. And then a Josh Sweat going over to the Eagles rookie ticket. So that's Ice Pick. Sam X. Yeah, actually, with Ustream acting funny, maybe after I save this video, I'll go in and see if I need to hit the private button. Or make the video not private. So there's Jair Alexander going over to the Packers. And who's got the Packers in here? R Club 99. Yeah, actually, on the Baker, the $20,000 Baker, I'd have to pull up eBay again. I don't know if that wasn't a sold. Was that somebody has it up like a buy it now 20,000? I imagine that might be the case, but regardless, gosh, the prices of cards just in general is mind-blowing. The amount that people are paying for Lucas and stuff like that. I mean, when stuff gets up into like $7,000, $10,000, it's just unbelievable. So, and then the chance, of course, to hit it during a break is crazy too. I mean, I've been here watching Brian break when people got like, $1,000 cards, $2,000 cards, and I'm sure even higher than that. There's a Kiki Kuti rookie ticket variation RPS. So that one's going over to the Texans. A little redemption for Julio. My ball cards. Oh, so you're a Reds fan. Okay. All right. I grew up going to Reds games, and then when I became a Browns fan, like in '99, I think I won't tell that story again, but '99 I wound up going to Browns games with some friends and became a huge fan, and then I would go and watch the Browns play down in Cincinnati at their stadium, wearing Browns gear, of course, and just get cussed left and right, And I always liked the Indians and the Reds, and I just eventually took that jump like, man, I'm just going to bail on the Cincinnati fandom stuff altogether and just go all Cleveland. So Mike Boone, rookie ticket. I remember some dude wanted to fight me in the bathroom one time, and actually not even over my Browns jersey, but over my Georgia Bulldogs hat. It's because you're in Buckeye country up here too, obviously. So Mike Boone going over to the Vikings. Jamie R. So yeah, I had to bail on the Reds. Felt a little bad, you know, because what would Chris Sabo and Eric Davis and Cal Daniels, what would those guys think? Nick Asaski, Todd Benzinger. What would those guys think of me if they knew? You know, that I just completely jumped ship. All right, then there's a Marcus Allen for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So over to the Steelers. So that's Mike Carr, 007. Yeah, yes, Browns fans, man, at the games, I'm always just there to watch the game. But, man, I'll tell you what, watching the crazy guys who've been drinking since like 6 a.m. just rip opposing fans apart is pretty wild. So, Alex McGough. That's a championship ticket. So, that's out of 49. 14 out of 49 going over the Seahawks. So that's A. Miller, go blue. But yeah, that's why I always have hesitated to take my kids to any games, because I'm like, man, I know what I've seen at Browns games and how close I've been to like just accidentally getting hit with like, you know, something thrown from up above and just all kinds of weird stuff, to where I'm like, man, even in the family section, I see people getting escorted out. So I don't know if there's a safe place in Browns Stadium. I don't know if all stadiums are like that. I mean, Cincinnati was only bad in that bathroom line. I never really got heckled too much. I've been to Miami to see the Browns play against the Dolphins down there, and it's, gosh, I feel like the visiting team anytime you're in Miami is like, you know, got 50% of the fans at the game. So, yeah, what we got here? Oh, there's Roquan Smith. So there's a Georgia guy right there. Going over to the Bears. So that's Andrew B. Yeah, I went to Indy too. Indy wasn't terrible, but I mean, I did get heckled a little bit outside of the stadium. All right, then we got a Michael Gallup, Traquan Smith out of 75. So that one's going over to the Cowboys. That's Jamie R. But yeah, they're all bad. I would never, you know, one place I wouldn't, Baltimore or Pittsburgh in Browns gear. I don't think I want to even give that a shot. I'm okay. I'll just watch that one from home on my couch. All right, one more box left here for the first triple box break. Joey says they are the Browns. Man, I have 1-1 Baker, brother. Much so I spent so much chasing the auto. Huh. Yeah, let's see here. Shaquem Griffin going over to the Seahawks. A. Miller, go blue. There you are. Oh, God. Iceman. Yeah, Iceman, that's the worst. If somebody's picking on a kid, or even saying stuff to like a dad who's got their kid with them, you know, and have the opposing gear on, I don't get it. I don't get it. But picking directly on... So the worst heckling I've done is I was like at a Browns game where there was just crazy snow. You couldn't hardly see anything. I think there was like a total of 3 field goals kicked in the entire game. I want to say it was like 6-3. Phil Dawson won that game for the Browns against the Buffalo Bills. But we were throwing snowballs, but everybody was doing it, and it was kind of just a good time. Nobody was trying to, you know, obviously hurt anybody. But that might be the most fun I've had at a Browns game, too. And my accuracy was just on point that day, too. Just hitting people from like 5 rows away. There's Armani Watts for the Chiefs. That's going to Brainchild. Oh, come on, Contenders. No, not a Reds fan. I was as a kid, my ball cards, but like I said, I decided, with me being more of like a diehard football guy, I just decided to stick to one town because I always liked the Reds and the Indians. So here's a nice little auto here. How about this? Josh Allen and Josh Rosen, round numbers, 8 out of 10. Man, all right, yeah, I like that. So that one's going over the Bills. That's M. Keener, 747, with a really nice dual auto. 2 guys that Rosen in Miami now, expect maybe see some good stuff from him and Allen. With some help and new additions, I think we're in for some fun with those 2 quarterbacks, hopefully, and good for collectors as well. Anytime the quarterbacks are tearing it up. Okay, we got a DJ Moore. Once that focus is in there, rookie ticket RPS. So that one's going over to the Panthers. And who's got the Panthers in here? All right, Floyd Town. There you go. So you got a DJ Moore coming your way. So Joey the man, so your wife's a Bengals fan, and who are you a fan of? It might have been said in the chat somewhere higher up, but I don't see it right now. Just curious. So Joey, are you a Colts fan? Is that right? I'm just guessing. If you're in Indiana, perhaps. All right, so Ezekiel Elliott, 31 out of 49, going over the Cowboys. So that Allen Rosen might have been the... might have saved these 3 boxes because we didn't do much before that one. But out of 10, man, that's nice. I'd love to see what those go for. Oh, Steelers. Okay, gotcha. There's a Jordan Lastly. Rookie ticket auto going over to the Ravens. And that's Frankie P. All right, so that'll do it for number 1. We'll go ahead and keep this all in the one video. So we'll get these over here. And okay, let's get 3 more out of here. Oh, one good pack slide in there. 1, and we'll do the top. right. So let's check everybody up in it. So, Contenders NFL Football Triple Box Break. Number 2. We've got GST, My Ball Cards, Charlie 122 up in there twice, Lost Motel, Broncos, Ice Pick, Mike Carr, Charlie 122 again, Treasure Hound, SPW, Iceman, Go Blue, Greg, Lost Motel, Roberto, Frankie P, Iceman, B, P, The Town, Willie Mays Hayes, Patrick Howie, Matt, Jake V, Jamie R, Decoy 13, Cal 55, Long 703, Iceman, Broncos 76, Andrew B, and Paul B. All right. Well, let's see what we can get out of here. And start her out with a Jordan Thomas for the Texans. There we go. Jordan Thomas, rookie ticket auto, going over to the Texans. So who we got? Who's Texans here? So that's Decoy 13. How about Ray McLeod? Going over to the Bills. All right, Ray. That one's going to Charlie 1222. Yeah, I don't know, Joey. That's what I'm thinking with the Browns too. It's easy, like I'm saying, oh yeah, put money on them because they could win the Super Bowl. I mean, you never know. But also, as a Browns fan, you just don't know. The kind of luck we have. If everybody can get through training camp and then the preseason healthy, I'll be amazed and I'll feel really excited at that point then. But until then, and until maybe we get a couple wins under our belt and hopefully no drama in the locker room, hopefully the first-year coach, Freddie Kitchens, which that's easy to forget that we got a first-year guy. How about this? Emmitt Smith, 5 out of 5. Going over to the Cowboys. So that's Greg with the old Emmett. Dang, man. Well, I didn't expect to see that in there. Nice little Cowboys hit. Oh, yeah, I hated. I loved to hate Chad Johnson and Carson Palmer. All right, well, I bet this sells for something, too. The little chip shot here. Pat Mahomes. Playoff ticket out of 175. 81 out of 175. Going over the Chiefs. So that's Treasure Hound. Yeah, the Baker comment, I know, man. It was that whole thing. It's like, if I were him, I just wouldn't say anything, But then at the same time, it's like, I get the message he's trying to send. Like, well, if you're going to be here, just be 100% here and on board, And Duke had already been saying stuff about wanting to be traded. But still, you just don't say anything, Because now it's come out that some other players in the locker room are not real thrilled that he said something, and it's just... And of course, now since nothing's going on, that's all they talk about on like Brown's local sports talk radio is like, is the team already starting to fall apart within? Here's a Traquan Smith. That might amount to something. This is a guy that, with Drew Brees throwing him the ball, you just never know. He'd pop off. Not a bad little guy to get there for the Saints. Iceman, there you go. I don't know if Traquan's selling incredibly well right now. Maybe I'd be surprised, but again, it takes just one game, and all of a sudden, people are buying him up. Kurt Binkert for the Falcons. That's SPW 95. What's going on with the Reds, my ball cards? They got something good going on? I must be missing out. I know early on in the year, and I kind of dropped off from catching them on TV, even though, you know, that's the games that come on down where I live in Dayton, because I don't get the Indians games. All this red stuff comes on, but I was catching some games early on in the year, and I know they were not getting the bats going. Same with the Indians. They hadn't been getting the bats going until just recently, and then all the pitching injuries too with the Indians hasn't helped, but they're still hanging in there. I think like 9 games back from the Twins, who are hot right now in the Central. But all right, there's another Sam Hubbard going over to the Bengals. That's Andrew B. All right, we got a Malik Jefferson championship ticket, so that's out of 49. That's going over to Cincinnati. That's Andrew B. There we go. Malik Jefferson out of 49. Oh, 1-5 in a row. Okay, they're getting hot. That's a good time to start getting hot. I think like Wednesday or Thursday of next week or something, we're like officially halfway through the baseball season. Oh man, Joey, I was in Pennsylvania because I lived north of Pittsburgh for a while, for a couple years, and we went back in town to visit some old friends, and it was, you know, they're Steelers fans, of course, and we're watching Cleveland play Baltimore, and you know they're all rooting for the Browns for the first time ever, and I'm thinking, man, if the Browns can pull this off, like, you know, and of course they don't. 25 out of 49, so this one's going over to the Broncos. But I thought, how cool would it be to win, and then the Steelers are like pumped for the Browns, or because obviously they'd be going to the playoffs at that point. Nothing could happen. They got going a little too late in that game. So Rod Smith out of 99. Is Rod Smith the name of the guy in Jerry Maguire? The wide receiver or whatever from Arizona Cardinals in the movie. Was that Rod Smith too? Every time I see this guy's card, I think of him. I don't know if the name's right, but that's who I think of. 72 out of 99. So going over to the Cowboys. Speaking of Jerry Maguire, maybe that's the movie of choice tonight up there for Brian and Amy. Maybe they're get a little movie time in. Maybe he went to bed. I don't know. He's been working ever since we got back from New York, though. I feel like I have too, actually. Down here working and then driving back and forth from Dayton. There's Dorrance Armstrong Jr. That's out of 49. 37 out of 49. Championship ticket. Over to the boys. So that's great. Rod Tidwell. Oh, man. Okay, so I don't know why Rod Smith... Now this is what I'm talking about, guys. My ball cards. Get you a Saquon Barkley rookie ticket. There we go. So we got the Emmitt Smith. We got the dual Josh Allen, Josh Rosen last time. We got Saquon now. So not too shabby. Not too shabby. So there you go, my ball cards. Hope that's the start of a good weekend for you. Yep, Saquon, he was hiding out in there. You had to send the search team in to get him. All right, one more to go. All right. Yeah, Brian. If Brian walked in right now, I've got trash all over the place. The trash can filled up, and now I've just decided that, trash is going on the floor for the time being. So I'm sure he'd say, oh, "Man, what's going on? Use the trash can." All right. So now we got a Jordan Thomas for the Texans. So that's going over to Decoy 13. Yeah, Joey, we'll see what we can get for you. Who you got in this one? Are you in this break? Oh, we got a nice little ticket stub one here. So this is 28 out of 35. Ryan Null going over to the Bears. So that's Roberto. Yeah, that's right. If Brian walks in, he might post another break too. Who knows? He could close this thing out. Sleepwalks down here. Oh yes, I'll throw a mag on that for sure. Fact here, I'll get this little guy out of here. So as soon as we're done with this break, I can. There he is. All right. Yeah, I'll get a mag on there right afterward. All right, come on now. So I'll be at the home opener for the Browns, so we'll see how that goes. Brian will be there as well. There's Dorian O'Daniel going to the Chiefs. Treasure Hound. Brian's been trying for like 5 years now to get me to go to that game with him because he goes with a bunch of college buddies, and his brother comes up. I think his dad even comes up. And it would be so much fun, but I have this commitment to like friends of the family where it's been a tradition to go with them to the home opener every year for however many years. And gosh, I don't have the heart to tell them like, hey, look, I'm going with Brian this time. And yeah, 1 year I'll figure out a way. There's out of 175, Jalen Ramsey going to the Jags. That's Matt. Okay, nice little ticket guy here again. So Jordan Mailata. That's out of 68. 62 out of 68. Rookie ticket, auto, stub, whatever this thing's called. Ticket stub. So let's see. Can we get some focus on that now? There we go. All right, so going over to the Eagles, so that's Iceman. And last couple packs here. Oh. How about this one? I don't know if I've seen one like this. So rookie ticket auto, University of Phoenix Stadium, Josh Rosen. Going over to the Cardinals. So that's Broncos 76. And these are, yep, 5 out of 20. So nice Rosen. Right towards the end. Over to Broncos 76. I'll get a mag on that one too. All right, so that'll do it for the triple box break number 2. I'll go ahead and save the video up, get you some music on, get some mags for these 2 big hits, and I'll be right back for Contenders draft.